Hi everybody, I'm Dan,
And I'm Nichole.
and welcome to our Halloween special. So we did one of these last year, and we showed off Nichole's really cool Halloween maze. And this year it's even bigger and better. So
Of course. It gets better every year.
yeah. Plus we had to do a few things because of COVID and everything to make it so people could actually come visit.
Yes.
So.
We worked really hard to stay within the COVID compliancy so that we could still have a holiday and kids in our area could still come and trick or treat. We did reservations this year. That was one way that we kept families a half an hour apart, so there was nobody that contacted any other family. So that was really good. We also spaced the maze out wider so that when the families were going through, even though everybody had to wear a mask, everything was a little bit further away, and asked everybody not to touch any of the displays. There was a lot of brainstorming that went into making it COVID compliant, and a lot of reservation, back and forth reservations.
Yeah.
And I think over 100 families will have walked through the maze by the end of it, and we will have given out well over 200 bags of candy, which were donated by a lot of the neighbors too, which was amazing.
Yeah, Nichole got on the Nextdoor app.
Right, if you don't know, check it out.
Yeah, it hooks you up with people who live in your area.
That's right.
And we've had a lot of really cool support of people, donating candy and toys and things like that we could give away. So that's been really cool.
It's been super cool. And you'll see that inside of the video this year, us making candy bags.
Yeah. And it's been pretty good. And we actually have been running it for several weekends, not just the Halloween weekend, so that people can come, and have more opportunities to come through.
Right. I think it's 13 days total, or somewhere around there. We've done 3 weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we've also added a Wednesday and Thursday, so 9, 10, 11 days total, so that we could get about 100 families through every half an hour. Does not leave a lot of families coming through, and there's probably about 11 families per day that do come through. But it's just them in the maze, no one else, and their candy bags are out there for them to pick up, so they don't even have to contact us. We just go out there to say, right this way. And we stay quite a bit back.
Yeah. So anyway, should we take a look?
Yeah, so let's take a look. And this time you did 3 different phases too. He caught the setup.
Setup, yeah.
Right, so setup, what else?
And then we're going to do a daytime walkthrough. So you can kind of see everything, and then also a nighttime walkthrough when it's spookier.
Yes, because the daytime you get all the details, but the nighttime you get all the lights. Yay!
Yeah, and then there's a little section about the treats that we packed up too.
Oh, that's right, yeah. That was great.
So.
All right, let's take a look. All right, so this is the first day of setup, and these are the first big items that we really set up. These are the new installation for this year. One of our spiders, and some gates that we use to help guide people.
It's one of our dragons.
Yes, these guys don't ever get taken down. They just get rolled to the back and then rolled back out again.
We got 2 of them.
These are the gates that we set up so that we can put black plastic down and corral people through our front yard.
Yeah, this is kind of the backbone of the maze.
Yes, it is.
There's Nichole contemplating the setup.
Yes, where does everything go? We had less gates this year too because we started that garden and have to gate it from wildlife.
Yeah, but it worked out.
It worked out great. This is the emergency exit. You'll see the sign later. For anybody that decides the maze is too scary, we always want to have an exit for them.
So here Nichole is unboxing one of our new things, which is a hearse with a skeleton driver.
Yes, he's going to go with the other skeleton horses and the skeletons that are riding.
Yeah.
He is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got a lot of parts though. It's there's some instructions right on the lid there.
That is some assembly required.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh, dear goodness.
Every year we end up going to the home stores and buying more Halloween stuff.
Yes, well, every year the haunted Halloween maze must get bigger and better. You know, right after Halloween, when everything's at 50% off, is the best time to buy for the next year. So here we are. This is one of the piles of black plastic that go over the backbone, the gates of the maze. We have a couple piles because it's a lot of plastic.
There's some of it laid out on the grass.
It's good to be able to lay it out and look, and then I can figure out exactly where it goes in the maze, and then I can set it there and wait for Daniel to come and help me tape it up.
Yeah.
It is definitely a two-person job. I would prefer it to be a 4 to 6-person job if anybody, you know, wants a job around this time.
Yeah.
Let us know. There's the hearse all set up.
Yeah, this is probably a different day. It took several days to put all this together, and that was actually rushing. We needed to actually allow more time than we did.
Yes, I feel like, you know, a week is probably better for
This
all
is
the little details.
Our cat June helping, with air quotes, helping.
Quote unquote helping.
That's some of the stuff for the kids area that kind of ended up near the entrance, but right here it's kind of in the back right now. So these are,
yes.
yeah, so these are some bins of Nichole's Halloween stuff. She collects Halloween stuff like I collect trains.
Yes, I do.
We could do boxes of the month of Halloween stuff with her.
Yes, you could.
So,
They're all very important, and I still don't think this is all of them, by the way. Like, we found 3 more later, and I still couldn't find all of my pirates. So we're going to have to pack them up better.
There's some of the dragons set up. There's also an inflatable dragon.
Now, this is with a lot of the black plastic up. This is when we're setting up the inflatables and we start really doing the detail work. We set up the different tables, we set up the graveyard. Daniel made the most excellent wooden stakes for the backs of my graveyards, and they do not, I mean, I don't know. I don't care how hard the wind blows. They do not fall over.
Yeah, well, they're just thin styrofoam, so they tend to blow over really easily if they don't have something solid behind them. There's some creepy dolls.
These are the only 2 clowns you'll find in my maze.
That was a dud. This inflatable pumpkin didn't stay inflated, so we ended up not using it.
Right? That was so sad.
This one worked.
This one always works. It's wonderful.
There's not a black jumping spider, but that was June.
A black jumping June?
Yeah.
Oh, this is where the kid stuff ended up. It was at the beginning of the maze.
Yeah. We tried to set it up so that there's a flow from a definite entrance and exit.
Especially this year, because we really didn't want to be out in the maze trying to tell people where to go. Daniel actually made some pretty cool signs for the maze that you'll see inside of this video too, just to kind of help with that.
Yeah, there's an enter, an exit, and an emergency exit sign.
So this is the laboratory table, which is like potions. And then we have the hotel table, the hotel lobby. And then we have the witch's table, which is not quite set up yet.
And the spider area.
And then it goes into, the spider sanctuary, which is one of my favorite parts.
This is the pirate area / pond. Oh, now we're back to the dragons.
Well,
Testing
this
the
is,
fogger.
testing the foggers. Which the dragon foggers are always just 100% right on. I never have problems with them. Oh. This is day 1.
There's one of the signs, entrance. So we're going to go through a little tour. There's a hand sanitizer for the COVID, and this is our rules, and this is all for the COVID stuff so that we could, have people come through and not be exposed to anybody.
And not have anybody exposed to anybody else.
There's my exit sign.
That's right.
So this is the beginning. people kind of walk in and go between the dragons.
And though you can't hear it because of copyright laws, there's music playing, Halloween music. In this particular section, it's typically Nightmare Before Christmas, as you saw Jack there, greeting everybody with the Nightmare Before Christmas songs.
Yeah.
And 3 witches. At night, they have a light in there.
This is kind of an entrance to the little path that runs alongside our fence.
Yes. This is the hallway of agony. Though a couple of things didn't have proper batteries, and we're going to have to work on that between now and next Halloween.
Yeah.
And this is usually where you get a lot of screams.
We put little lights and things so that people can see where they're supposed to go.
Yeah, we didn't want anybody tripping, and we didn't want anybody not knowing where the maze was leading them. So there's a lot of ground light this year, too. I really love those because every time you step on them, music happens. And this is our emergency exit out the other way with 2 little witches to show you the way.
And the entrance to the pirate area.
That's very true. Though I did not find all of our pirates. I'm pretty sure there's at least 2 bins of pirate stuff back there. That we did add this new mermaid guy, skeleton mermaid, who's pretty cool. It's our little boneyard, or a mini boneyard.
Accordion.
I love that.
Pond.
So this is our pond. And I like to put, a little skeleton duck, swan. And in the back you can see a little skeleton octopus. And here's the backdrop behind our skeleton mermaid, leading into the graveyard. All right, and we added these on the walls this year. This is typically where I'm going to put these gloved arms sticking out, and that way we can grab people, but you couldn't do that this year, so we just put these little kind of morphine pictures along this wall, and that leads us into the boneyard. This ghost background is my favorite. There's some very scary guys coming out of the ground. This guy's just maxing and relaxing. This guy's giving his warnings.
That reminds me of the wiring in our building.
Oh yeah, right?
Before
That's
I changed
before
it.
you, yes.
The graveyard.
Yes, in the graveyard scene. I love my little blow-up Cinderella pumpkin horseman. Oh my God, he's so cool.
Well, we got foggers this year too.
Yes. And what's cool is some of them have these little, and you can see it right here, these little hoses so that you can deliver the fog to different places, which is nice.
Let's just go over to the tables.
Yes. Usually these tables are spread out. This is the laboratory table. It just has a lot of stuff that makes googly, bubbly noises. And we have the hotel lobby, which has its scene behind it. I really like that scenery. And then we have the witches' tarot table, which doesn't have the witches at it this year, but will next year again.
Mm-hmm.
And we bought that last year
Yeah.
when we got married for Halloween. So that's a newer installment. I really like my jumping spiders, but we got to figure them out a little better so they jump more often. This spider web is actually new this year because the spider web from last year got all tangled inside of the palm tree, so we just ended up tossing it.
Yeah.
So this was good though, this one's huge. Candy this way.
A little blow up.
Yes. And that's our butler, where everybody got to pick up candy on their way out.
These are our skeleton horses again.
Yes. This is basically our 2020 death parade, letting 2020 know to get out. And I'm dancing it away. Bye-bye, 2020.
So we put some color-changing lights on our fence this year so they can actually be controlled with an app, so we can change them to orange or any other color we like.
That is going to be an amazing thing for parties.
Some little lighter decorations, little kitties, and dragons.
Just easier to see the dragons in the nighttime. And we have these kind of lights all over that just kind of do either bats or witches or spiders, and it's just really more to give some areas some more light. We don't want anybody tripping as they go through.
Yeah.
I've had her for a long time. Oh, there's our little clown girl. Just looks so much better at night.
Yeah.
Again, a wall that will have arms sticking out of it. Most of the arms will be gloves that have been stuffed, but a couple of the gloves will not be stuffed, and that way I can slip my arms in there and just like grab someone. It'd be great fun. On a non-COVID year.
Yeah.
Oh, I always love the way the water looks at night. Oh, this is the boneyard as it's getting darker. Everything shows up so much nicer.
Potions.
The laboratory, yeah. And again, more light. It's our little pumpkin area. A pumpkin patch, if you will.
So many things have lights and sounds and do all kinds of stuff.
Right, it's a lot of batteries. Really, it's a lot of changing batteries.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why, but for some reason with Halloween stuff, they have decided that they need to use screws to keep the battery packs in, and so it's a lot of unscrewing and rescrewing of screws.
Yeah, instead of just like clipping it in there or something.
Right.
One of them even had 3 batteries in 3 separate compartments with 3 separate screws. That was really annoying.
Just tell us how you really feel, honey. No, it was annoying. I looked at that and I went, wow, really? And Daniel said, what? And I just showed it to him, and his poor face. Oh, it looks so cool at night. I'm really loving this because I have one black skeleton, which is this one, and one white skeleton leading the death parade. 2020, it's time for you to get out of here. Oh, and this is the treat. So this is what we meant. Everybody, really, the whole community donated a lot of toys, candy, little Halloween-themed stuff, toothbrushes, other dental things. I mean, the list goes on and on. Little glow sticks. I mean, it was amazing. And so we were able to make really cool candy bags. Felix is up on the door. Really cool candy bags for all the kids, which really not only made me feel great, but every single kid that came through when they found out they were getting a candy bag was just like, really? Oh my God. And all of the parents too. So, you know, it was really cool.
And not just candy, but little toys too.
Right, and Play-Dohs and pencils, lots of sensory stuff. I had one little kid that came through that was diabetic, so she just got stickers and pencils and toys and no candy.
That's one of the bags.
Which even some of these bags were donated too.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. We've been having fun with it.
I hope you enjoyed it half as much as I enjoyed making it.
Yeah, Halloween is Nicole's absolute favorite holiday.
Oh, it's so great. And I've been a different character inside the maze every single night, which has been awesome.
Yeah.
You know, no real outlet for a cosplayer this year, no conventions, no festivals. So this year, I've pulled out my cosplays, a different one every night, just so that I could get them out and have some fun.
Yeah.
So tonight, I'm the dead pirate Roberts. For those of you that love Princess Bride, it was one of my favorite movies growing up, and I watched it a billion times, and I had to do a cosplay of it. So, you know, you're welcome.
Anyway, so I was hoping to have a train this year in the maze, but that didn't quite happen. Maybe next year. but
Yeah.
we'll get there.
I think 3 cats really.
Yeah, this year's been so crazy. It's been.
It has been.
It's just.
And,
Well,
to add to the craziness, we adopted 3 wonderful kittens and then went on the complete quest to enclose our catio. And so it's been a little bit, but now we're getting back to the main missions on the property, which are the play game room and the train room.
Right.
And hopefully getting to a boo train at some point too, because I think it'd be really cool to have a steam train out there that just was black with like white ghosts on it, and had some really cool weathering and just looked like it had been there forever. And maybe we could find one of those little skeleton guys that has like red eyes and we could put him in the front. It would just be great. It'd be so great. Maybe another skeleton, like right in the middle of like getting that, like yeah.
Well, maybe next year. So,
maybe next year.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed it.
Yes, definitely.
And thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys.